for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the top of the autocue there. You aren't going to believe.
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Turn around to your right. I don't want to go into the sun, but
Freedom! Keep your ear to the ground. Talking about the freedom! It's the best show.
What's up, guys and girls? How the bloomin' devil are ya? Yes, it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday night. Well, it is here in the UK. And yes, you are tuned in to Friday Night Live with me, the Grom, your Fruit Loop of a host, to entertain you for the next near distant future or something to those sentiments. Anyway, yes, it's Friday night. The hair has only just been let down in the intro to this show. The coffee has not been yet poured. And let's just say there is a kind of nice sense of relaxation just flooding across me as I sort of address the camera and just say, hey, what's up? How the bloomin' devil are ya? How are you in yourselves? It's awesome to see that the live chat's already kicking off and to see some familiar faces. And most important thing, I think for the first time in 29 shows, the one and only Mr. Dan Cov is actually clocked off work and is ready for the weekend. So, dude, bring it on, baby. Let's get some. First off, if you don't already have a beverage, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's somewhere in between, maybe even as such as it being lukewarm, pour a brew with me. Relax, unwind, let the hair down. Chill out. Because let's just say this, guys and girls. Sure has been a heavy week, but without, getting into the show too soon, I will start off by saying all of the traditional and funky YouTube-like such things, which is, yes, it's awesome to have you guys and girls here tuned in on a Friday night, watching none other than me ramble on. It's also very much just a beautiful feeling to have so many awesome people in the live chats. So if you're watching this live now, or if you're watching this on replay or whatever you wish to call it, please feel free to leave comments in the video, to just flick left on the comments themselves and it should bring up the live chat and you'll be able to see what was going on as the show went live. To everybody in the live chats, please feel free to leave comments, questions, and any of the such like. I will, as always, try my very best to keep an eye on it. As I say that, I'm even going to pull the live chat out so it's massive so that I can see it. And if I do not catch anything while the show is rolling, I can promise you that I do always, after the show, read back through the live chats, because it's just nice for me to be able to partake in the comments and the vibe and just the stoke that is going on in there, because the community and just the welcome vibe is epic. So I appreciate everybody that gets in there and makes that such an awesome little place. so welcome, so much fun, and sometimes, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes it's actually kind of a bit gutting that I can't just completely forget about the camera, completely throw the show to a side and just join in on the live chats, man, because you guys have too much fun in there. That's all I'm saying. But nevertheless, it's absolutely awesome that you get in there, give it that much energy. And I can already see out of the corner of my eye that the little heart emoji and the little banner is like blowing up. So again, appreciate the hell out of you all doing that. And then the final but most probably important thing that I forget to say is please, if you do enjoy this video, if you love it, if you want to see more, smash the like button on the little stupid thumb underneath the video, somewhere down there. Don't forget to share if you wish to, and please feel free to tell some friends, some work colleagues, some family members, or just some random people you meet in the street. Say, hey, what'd you do at 10:45 GMT PM Friday nights? Got anything to do? Check out this weird Fruit Loop on YouTube. He's pretty cool. He tells us some stupid stuff in the news, wears Fruit Loopish glasses, wears not only one, but 2 Hawaiian Lades this week. It was a 2 Hawaiian Lade kind of vibe. Let's just say that. It's been a very weird week. It's been a very weird day. And I don't know about you lovely people, but my head has just been in a very peculiar place. It's not been massively sad. It's not been massively happy. It's not been frustrated or overworked in any way. It's just been in a bit of a weird funk. That's about all I can say. I've tried to explain it in pretty much every day's vlog, but still cannot put a finger on it. The closest that I can get to of bringing any light to this madness is maybe it's just down to the fact that obviously yesterday was like a leap day. And this is therefore a leap year, and maybe it was just the old body clock or the whatever you wish to call it, just being a little put out of sorts for it. I don't know. How are you guys and girls dealing with it? How did you deal with yesterday? Was it a good day? Was it a good vibe? Did you maybe get a little windfall or some good luck come your way? Did the universe treat you well? Or was it completely odd, didn't feel right, and maybe did you at some point question yourself, am I being paid for being at work today? Or is work getting this one for free? There's a heavy thought for a day after the leap day. So, yes, the Breakfast Club. Good spirits, getting better. Mr. Cornlife, Mr. Rick, I'm glad. I'm glad you're in a better place mentally, physically, and I hope spiritually and financially come your way too soon, my friend, because I know you have been one of the gentlemen, along with myself, that just seem to have been having a bit of a funk this week. And I want to say it for the record that your Coffee Talk show this week was sorely missed. So I do very much hope that you're feeling better and that it may return next week. So Friday night salute to Coffee Talks, because yes, maybe, and I don't want to put any pressure on you, just maybe the Grom's week was a little bit out of sorts because there was no Coffee Talk. But I'm not going to hold it against you, Rick. Not at all. I wouldn't do such a thing. But we got some coffee now, and I'm definitely talking. So don't worry, dude. I'll make up for the both of us. I'll hold it down this week, but please come back. We need you. The world needs you. But on the topic of leap years, kind of penny drop with me this evening, guys and girls. I am not one for celebrating what I do. I'm sure as hell not very good at keeping track on anniversaries, dates, or any of the such like. But this year, bearing in mind that when I first managed to get myself up to date and ready to rock and roll for getting into the consecutive daily vlog game, as we like to call it, it was 2020. And that also was a leap year. So bearing in mind, as the clock struck 12 midnight to the beginning of 2024, that really didn't dawn on me, and my brain was not aware of what this year really represented. But yesterday, or maybe even earlier today, I don't know, that's how this week has been. It dawned on me that the vlog this year is celebrating its 4th year in a consecutive role, and also this is the 2nd leap year that we've seen while rocking and rolling with the vlog. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the very first year, which was that year, the one we do not speak about, that 2020 kind of vibe. And out of all of the years that I could have got ready to rock and roll for an everyday vlog, yeah, 2020 was a good one. Let's just say I hope 2024 for all of us, not just myself, is one of those years to remember for all of the right reasons, and that it is most epic and awesome, and yeah, man, just a vibe. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the news, otherwise it will take it away from the best segment of this show ever. But in the real news, don't know about yourselves, guys and girls, it doesn't fill me with too much stoke. But that's enough said on that, because I know what you're waiting for. You know it, I know it, and I know you love it. But one of these days, they might get so big that it creates its own black hole and sucks this entire universe and this Friday night show into it. But until then, we'll just say it's time for the news. Yes, it is the Friday night news. It is the most cutting edge, up to date, delivers you the best news in the world. Self-proclaimed, obviously, but I'm sure you guys and girls in the comments will jump in there and tell me how awesome the Friday night news is. Look at that. That was like a Casey Neistat camera adjustment there, if ever I've seen one. On the names of legends, were you lucky enough? Did you believe in it? Did you ever want to win one? Yes, the golden ticket to none other than Mr. Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. I know there will be some people in these comments that are just like, I remember the first movie. Some people that will be remembering the Johnny Depp version. And as I got told maybe a few days ago, that there's actually been another one. I think it's a prequel. Who knew? I just remember the old one, the good old-fashioned one that was kind of a bit unhinged, a little bit wonky, but nevertheless, the clue is in the name. However, and this one's gnarly, Charlie. So, Willy Wonka organisers commits to full refunds for botched Glasgow event. If you're in the UK, this news story might have landed in your lap and you might have already seen it. But if you haven't heard about it, I highly recommend you go and check out some of the videos and some of the viral videos off of this event that's happened in Glasgow. And let me just say, it was wonky, to say the least. If I get this right, House of Illuminati, which is always a good start, said it was truly sorry for frustrations caused by the event and said the company would learn from the experience. The organiser of the Willy Wonka-inspired immersive experience in Glasgow has committed to fully refunding all tickets bought for the failed event. You've got to go and get the videos. I wanted to try to get the video clips, but again, I don't know where I'd stand in showing them. Maybe I could because I'm kind of reviewing them. I'll have to look into this. This is something that I want to do on the news going forward. Let's just say this. It was wonky. Immersive experience, not very. And the one creepiest thing is, and if you can find a video clip of this character that they named The Unknown, which I don't ever remember in any of the old Wonka like movies. Seriously, I'm pushing 40 and this guy would give me nightmares. So you imagine if you were a parent and you bought tickets to this, which I think weren't going cheap. They were like 45 quid. And this guy just comes out from behind this mirror and he's just super creepy. Bearing in mind, I don't know if we can go back, this lady looked like she was cooking meth, dude. There was no, like, seriously, really wonky. Frustrated visitors of the Willy's Chocolate Experience held at the Box Hub warehouse in Whiteinch on Saturday branded the House of Illuminati event a farce and said their children were left upset by the quality of the attraction. Organisers cancelled the experience only hours into it opening after they were met with furious reactions by customers and police confirmed officers had been called to the venue. According to the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Experience website, families were set to go on an enchanting day out with giant sweets, vibrant blooms, mysterious looking sculptures, and magical surprises where dreams come to life. Seriously, all I'm going to say, guys and girls, is just go and check out the videos. The world of the interwebs have already jumped on this and just, it's It's gnarly. To back this up, I have a friend of mine that went to visit, and I could get this wrong. I want to say it was the Universal Studios in California. I could be wrong. However, they are running a Super Mario experience. And dude, that looks absolutely next level. I'd like to go. Willy Wonka's chocolate experience, or yeah, Willy Wonka. Dude, all I'm saying is I'm sorry I failed to not bring you videos of this because it's absolutely haunting. But nevertheless, sticking with crazy stuff, and you know I love to bring you a good old-fashioned UFO story or such like. A mysterious black ring floating above city sparks UFO panic. This is a moment of a mysterious black ring began floating in the sky. Footage shows an odd circle hovering in the province of in Argentina. It's the, you know me with my pronunciation. I know you love it. It's Tucumán, maybe. It's the Tucumán province in Argentina, and this ring was spotted up in the sky, and as it was swaying in the sky, it began to move towards the person filming before the footage suddenly ends. Some social media users are convinced it was UFOs, and others believe it was a freak weather pattern or fire. Others believe it could have been a swarm of mosquitoes spinning in the sky. I've seen a couple of bits of footage from a few other countries, and I should have got the information to compare. But there was a few sort of swarms of, again, like mosquitoes. I've never seen it before. But if this is actually a mosquito swarm, dude, that's just gnarly. And yeah, run for the hills, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I'd be more scared about. UFOs or a ring of mosquitoes. That bad, dude. That is a burning ring of fire if ever I've seen one. Staying with a kind of like wildlife-y vibe. And this one was epic. Let's just say this week's fun or weird or strange news was relatively slow. However, this one made it. It was either this or a social media influencer that's selling her own farts in a bottle. I didn't want to cover that because I didn't want to give her any more hype. But yes, it's out there. You've probably already seen it. However, humpback whales, check it out, photographed having sex for the first time. This once-in-a-lifetime encounter took place as two photographers were out in the waters near Maui in Hawaii, and a marine biologist soon noticed something unexpected about the snaps. Photographers have captured images of humpback whales engaging in sexual activity for the very first time. The behavior of humpbacks have fascinated scientists for decades, but a study published this week features the first photos of these species having penetrative sex. You want to know the really kooky part? These two bad boys? Yeah, exactly that. The two mammals photoed were both males. That was this week's news, and yeah, what more can I say? The madness truly is real. Let's get back to the show, shall we? Humpity hump the hump the hump. I would have sung like the Digital Underground. We got the hump, but yeah. What chances of that? So bearing in mind that this has been like a kind of an anticipated photography's dream to catch this moment and be the first people to catch it. Lo and behold, that after revisiting the photos, it turned out that yes, it was two male humpback whales getting it on. So hey man, I don't discriminate, and sure the humpback whales do not either. So hey man, whatever floats your boat, or in this case, whatever floats your humpback whale, shall we say. Nevertheless, all the puns and the jokes aside, I don't know how much abuse there was in there for glasses. I can very much well believe that there was plenty, but I love it just as much as you do. Again, don't want to dwell on the news because that is one segment and we are moving on and the show must go on and all that stuff. But seriously, you need to go and check out the Wonka experience. I've seen so many clips from it and dude, seriously, yeah, I cannot. I was trying to figure out of a funny way to play on words with the experience, and also, like I said, something that I need to. I think I need to just explore more, and that is getting video clips to play. Again, I don't really want to do it, as I spoke last week that I'd actually had a video finally banned or removed on YouTube. I didn't really want to start going down the realms of playing other people's videos clips, especially not if they were shorts or stuff, because I just don't want to be getting into that kind of conflict on YouTube. I'm trying to be a good boy. But seriously, Corner Life London, no dude, in Glasgow, so in Scotland, it went on up there, and yeah dude, if that's what you're asking anyway. But dude, yeah, the video and that unknown character, seriously wonky. So maybe the event organisers were onto something. You also need to see the Oompa Loompa that looks like she's been cooking up crystal meth for pretty much all of her life. But nevertheless, anyway, the show must go on. And moving on, I don't know quite what segments I'm going to bring you this week, especially after the fact that this entire week, as I said before the news, has been a little bit out there. It's been a bit weird. It's been a bit wacky. And today has been, you know, no different. Before I knew it, work had ended. I had to go and see my wonderful mechanic, the legendary Mr. Lee, and have tyres replaced on the Civic. So in true Grom style, I turned up and he did say leave the car with me, and I didn't want to pressure my good friend Lee. However, I do like spending time with Lee, and I never get to see a lot of him when it's not business related. So I ended up spending the complete afternoon at the garage with him, waffling and drinking coffee. And Mr. Chris, I assume, is not here this evening, which I'm very sad to say, because the legendary coffee guy, who is an absolute legend, is off venturing the country, looking after family members and just showing love and care. So dude, if you're catching this on the catch up, no worries, Friday night salute goes to you as well, dude. Thank you for always supplying the very best coffee. However, I am reluctant to tell you this, Mr. Chris, and you will see the evidence in today's vlog when it goes live tomorrow. But I do feel like I may have cheated on you a little bit today. And I was at my friend's garage in Aylesbury, and a really awesome coffee van arrived. And I heard the miraculous horns, and I thought to myself, yes, I'm going to buy more coffee. So I went and bought more coffee. And I'll also say, the ladies, you're a good looking man, my friend, but she was a lot more good looking than you are. And all I will say is this: she didn't make a mocha like you do. So don't worry, I will be back. The interesting fact though, and I don't know even if you know this, Mr. Chris, and I collected my tokens and it divided it. It put it onto an Aylesbury van and onto a High Wycombe van. So yeah, sorry guys and girls that are watching. It's a little bit of an off tangent, but that was just something that I learned today. And yeah, just wanted to admit my failure, and you know, like the cleaner shrimp out of Finding Nemo, I'm ashamed. And yes, I did go to another really awesome coffee van to get a mocha. But nevertheless, the tyres are fitted. And the tyres are fitted for one reason and one reason only, apart from the fact that they were, let's just say, a little wee bit low on tread. But nothing more to say on that, guys and girls. They were above the legal limit, but they were getting a little bit low. And let's give you a little number. There's some of you that may know, some of you that might already have a slight inkling. The Grom's going away again this weekend. Yes, you heard it here first. Yes, I haven't even said that in the vlog. So if you're currently here and watching this live, that is a world exclusive. Sunday. Stay tuned. As I promised before, I was going to try to do a remote live from a little place. Let's just say I'm going to try to do the same thing on Sunday. Don't hold me to it. All apologies for saying that the last time and then never doing it. Just got a little bit carried away, and as always, time is truly against me, and it disappeared in front of my eyes. But Sunday, we will be getting up very early. We will be driving in a certain direction. We will be driving to the very edges of the UK coastal lines. And if all goes to plan, yes, I will be slipping myself into a little wetsuit and paddling out in some actual official saltwater baby. So I'm excited. I hope you guys and girls are excited. All I'm asking of you, which is I try not to ask too much, is that you keep all of your little fingers and all of your little toes crossed that we have at least some surfable conditions. If I'm brutally honest, it doesn't bother me either way, but if you can all just like do your best wave dances and not too much, because again, the Grom is only merely a Grom and I do not need 20-foot overhead Hawaiian waves. Don't need that level of surf, but just a little couple of ankle slappers just to make it all worthwhile. However, if I'm brutally honest and I get down there and it's absolutely like mill pond glass, it doesn't matter because it just gives me an opportunity to get out in salt water, paddle around a little bit and get some of that paddle strength and just confidence in the sea up. So it's a winner every single way. Yes, Mr. Dan Cov, we are surfing. No, Mr. Richlade, unfortunately, no, not Croyd. We are heading to, and we'll give you another exclusive. I don't like giving too much away, but we're going to West Wittering. So if you've been watching the vlog for some time, you will have seen that I visited there last year. Yeah, scary. So we went down there and we went and visited the East Wittering surf shop. And so this time I'm traveling back down there to West Wittering and we're going to try to nail some waves, guys and girls. So I know there's a few viewers of the vlog that I'd kind of secretly messaged because I know they live in that area. However, they have other things to be doing this weekend, which I completely understand, and that's cool. But it doesn't matter. We'll be getting down there. We'll be getting out there. And fingers crossed, getting some waves. Again, as I say, I do not need, barrels. I just need a little bit of experience, a little bit of fun. And hey, I do not mind what the weather conditions are, but so far, fingers crossed, it's kind of looking a little bit good. That it might be relatively dry in the morning, dry enough to get the drone up, do a little fly. And apart from that, you will have to tune in on Sunday. And also stay tuned in general, because I think, and especially for the surf heads, and I know the legendary Mr. Billy will appreciate this. Again, time frames, my friend, or the time zones might just be an issue, but I'm going to try my very best to do maybe a little YouTube live as we enter or go into a couple of the surf shops in East Wittering. So stay tuned, buddy. If not, you will get to see it in the vlogs. And good for you and Wanda. Yeah, dude. So, I hope you get some waves as well, because I know you've been absolutely itching to get some waves. So I really hope that the surf gods shine on you, Billy, because I know you've been absolutely dying to get some waves. So I hope the box jellyfish, if I remember right, have decided to go on their merry little ways, and I hope the weather conditions are switched up so you got some surf, dude. I see Bert's picture, looks super clean. Okay, yeah, dude. I hate it when I'm looking at all these people that are getting epic surf and I'm kind of like... However, again, going back to the legendary Mr. Billy, he did send me a video which was amazing in regards to if you surf in Britain in cold weather, you need to be proud of yourself for just getting out there. So, yeah, dude, legend for that one. It gave me a little bit of hope. And, yeah, so stay tuned for Sunday. Apart from that, let's see if my little brain can work well here. And we're going to give you one of these, because it's been a while. And we'll just give you a little bit of Stoke, shall we? Let's get rid of that, because we don't need the crowd cheer. Although, it's well worth it, if I'm honest. So, it's been a while. I haven't done a shine a light for a few weeks, which is kind of worrying. However, this week, I'm going out on a whim. And I do not know if this lady in particular will ever catch this episode. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? All I am saying is that I'm going to put it out there in the universe. And this lady goes by the account of Softly Sighing on Twitter and also, I believe, Instagram. And she is somebody that has followed the vlog and supported me for a long time. Quite scarily, probably 4 years as such. And they have always been very just kind in their words. And in particular, if you'd seen last week's show and you heard me mention the saying, which is an old Irish wake toast, which was, may the very best of your past be the worst of your future. Happens to be this lady in particular that sent me an amazing message last week. And if I'm brutally honest, there's been so many more messages in the past, ones of which where she's just saying, seriously, just stay in your lane, keep doing what you're doing, and you make this world a better place, and just so many more. So for once, I just want to kind of give a little back to this lovely lady who's always been so supportive, always been so kind, so humble, and just so freaking awesome, that I would like to, dude, make it official and make you this week's Shine a Light, and just say to you, thank you so much for your support, so much for your encouraging words along the way. And if out of all of the individuals, when I come out to the States, if you can be one of the people that I get to meet, it would be an absolute honor. And I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart in just being so kind and, again, supporting for so long, because we ain't been doing this just a minute. So for you to just be there from day one and pretty much just always show so much support, and I cannot stress that in words. I appreciate the hell out of you. I wish the universe brings you so much awesome stuff moving forward. And seriously, thank you. Thank you for being such an awesome person and so kind. And so, yes, softly sign this week, you are the Shiner Light. So let's see if I can get that right. Did we get it? Did we get it? Ah, I didn't miss it. So, I say it most weeks, and I haven't said it just recently because it tends to slip my mind, especially when, like last week, we have such an epic guest at like such kind of craziness in trying to get him sort of lined up to get into the show, and just all of the stuff that goes on in the background, that I keep forgetting to just do some of those real simple basic things, which is, again, just as such as getting this up here. And I know I'll put it up quite regularly. Boom, there it is. And it's also in the description below, and there's a few other links and stuff down there if you guys and girls want to get involved. So if you're watching live, catch it after the live. If you're watching this on like a replay or a catch up, whichever you wish to call it, the information will be in the description below. However, if there are individuals, work colleagues, family members, people that maybe you just happen to like be driving into a car park, and somebody was driving out of the car park and they wound their window down and said, hey, do you need this little ticket? Said, knock yourself out, rock on, have a lovely day. Let us know. Let us know at this email address, 30yearoldgrom@gmail.com. Let me know. Give me a short description. Maybe it's, as I say, a work colleague, maybe a random stranger, family member, somebody that you knew many moons ago that made a huge impact difference, or just gave you something that just made you have a little bit of hope in mankind and the future of the human race. Please, we want to hear from you, and we want to kind of shine a light on them. So get to the email address, give us a short description. We don't have to have names. It could be social media user accounts, it could be a YouTube channel, it could just be some bloke or some person that just come down the street and helped me out when I needed it the most. Let us know, brief description, why they want to be a shining light, and let's just put some light back into the world. Because let me just say this, guys and girls, it really feels like currently that darkness is winning. Now, I know, and I'm not a believer in a lot of things, but I do believe in the fact that there is still a lot of kindness, a lot of love, and I know humanity is freaking awesome when it wants to be. However, currently in the world, it just feels a little bit like the darkness is winning. So I feel like it's the least we can do to try to put a little bit of light back into maybe somebody's life that they didn't even know it was coming. They might catch the show, they might not. However, when so many people are talking about manifesting things these days, I feel like if we can just manifest our own positivity, especially with you guys and girls that jump in on the live chats, I know you just drum up so much positivity in there, even if it's not for each other, which I know you do, like absolute bucket loads. And I know you give me a bit of abuse when the old news glasses come out, but I can tell you one thing, if there was as much positivity and as much welcomeness and love in the world currently as there is in those goddamn live chats, I wouldn't even be concerned. I'd just be going about my day. One awesome saying, and let's hope that I get this right, from a gentleman, a G.K. Chesterton quote that said, "The angels fly because they take themselves lightly." I think that's right. What a beautiful little thought. And I feel like that is something that I am going to try to put upon myself moving forward into the next week. And that is just to try to take things a little bit more lightly. Be a little bit lighter on myself, not so heavy. And one thing, and that is, if we do this really crazy thing, and I'm kind of quoting the legendary Mr. Alan Watts here, and that is, we do this thing where we almost define work and fun as two different things, or work and play. We tend to go to work and think that we have to drive a 40-hour or more week till the point that we can come away and then we can have some fun, or we can find some play in the rest of the time that we have. However, if only we can find the fun and the play in the work that we do, we're always enjoying what we do. That's not to say that we should be kind of mad or frivolous, or maybe not be serious in what we do. However, if we can find music, rhythm, love and fun in the things that we have to do is the daily grind, pretty much thinking we'll never have to work a day in our lives. So I hope you guys and girls can unlock that in your work day. I'm going to try my darndest to be able to do it in mine. And hey man, there's sometimes that I just sit and I think we cannot individually make this world a better place. I don't want to believe that. I think everybody, it only takes one and all that jazz. But hey man, it's got to start somewhere, right? So I just think even if we're just putting a good vibe out in the world, trying to look after others as much as we'd want them to look after us, and just live very positively and try to be kind-hearted, it's got to make a little difference, right? But hey, who blooming knows? Because you know one thing? Yeah, you know it. It's facts. The madness truly is real, guys and girls. Right, it is 25 past 11 here in the wonderful UK, and I am going to do one last little segment for you. I haven't done I Don't Believe It for a long time. And you know what? I'm not going to do it this week either. But the one thing that I did enjoy the very last time that we did it, and it blew my mind, because man, it got heavy. Q&A, let's go. So, it's Friday Night Live. It's 25 past 11 here in the UK. Let's get it. If you're in the lives, fire away. Give me some questions. We're going to get into it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a moment and just see what comes this way. I will do my very best to give you an on-point, honest reaction, honest answers, and do the best that I can in the short time that we have. And let's see what happens. While I think about it, while you guys drum up some questions, pie or cake? Dude, cake. I love me some savoury, but sweet wins every single day of the year. I did see, just jumping back down, sorry, the legendary, let me see if I can find him. And I'm wondering, if you're still watching, Mr. Dino, are you still here? DJW Beats. Guys and girls, if you're in here and you look back through the live feed, or if you're watching this afterwards, go into the live feed comments, just swipe left on the comment box, and you'll be able to scroll through and find a gentleman by the name of DJW Beats. Legendary guy. Dude, it was absolutely awesome to bump into you for the first time in what feels like forever. Great to catch up. I'm sorry I talked so long. It's something that I just do naturally. But go and check out, click on his little name and it should take you directly to his YouTube page. Go check him out. If you're a muso head or if you just like cool stuff, go and check out his page. Absolute freaking legend. I'm a pie guy. I'm a pie guy, pie guy. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I'm just saying this. Depending on what time of the year it is, would edge my bet one way or another. Because seriously, currently, I don't know about wherever you guys and girls are, but in the UK here, it has just sucked. The weather has been really drizzly, really chilly, and just, overcast and gloomy. Now, if you were to break out like, I don't know, man. Here's a question for you, Mr. Dan. Would you class, I don't even, just thinking this, because I'm a sucker for like a cheese slice or maybe a ham and cheese slice, but I'm also a sucker for a hot sausage roll. Now, I know that doesn't fall into the pie or cake category, but dude, man, on a savoury level, in a cold, groggy weather, I'm a sucker for like a hot... One thing, and if you've seen me have it in the vlog, and that is like puff pastry with melted cheese and bacon. I call them pig's ears because that's what they look like. Seriously, if you can't find them in a local bakery or something, get some puff pastry, throw some cheese in it, throw some bacon in it, throw it under the grill, cook that stuff up, man. Trust me, there is no going back, dude. Favourite Star Wars film, if you've seen them. I so want to just like bat that one away and be like, nah, I don't really like Star Wars. I will be brutally honest, I'm sorry guys and girls, this could get me like smashed into the YouTube algorithm and just jump to the bottom of the pile. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. However, and this is just me as being like an outsider into that universe, I want to say like the second one, Return of the Jedi, just because I like the Ewoks, dude. They're like the hardcorest bunch of like dudes ever. And I'm not going to lie, man. I'm a sucker for a minion, you know, because who doesn't like a minion? Yeah? But, dude, if I could have a crew of Ewoks and take over the world, I'm down, dude. So, yeah, I would say that one. However, horrible little like name droppy kind of thing. Yes, I have been to Tunisia, and yes, we did travel out to the desert, which was about, I don't know, 20 miles from the Libyan border or something, and visit the home of Luke Skywalker, or at least the set in which they filmed. And there's a name for that. I know I don't want to like bring hate or like, you know, shoot myself in the foot. But yes, we went there and don't tell anyone. Andrea scooped up some sand and brought it back. So not a massive Star Wars fan, mine, but a little bit. Favourite Star Wars film, if you've seen them. Will you be taking your own board or will you be ranking? Not sure what the ranking bit is, but Mr. Billy, I can tell you, the likelihood of me taking my own board currently is very slim. Because yes, I do have a very legendary person waiting for me at the other end that is quite nicely said that they would be happy to loan me a board to use. And I believe, if my memory serves me correct, there is a choice between a foamy and, yes, you've guessed it, a fibre board, a little hard board, a little fiberglass burner. So again, it's kind of a mini Mao shape. So I'm talking like, I want to say it's somewhere in the realms of about 8 foot. So it's still good vibes for me because I'm not about to jump on like some 5 foot thruster and do cool stuff because I'm really not that cool. However, it does give me the opportunity to jump on a hard board and just see the difference. And I'm hoping, keep those fingers and toes crossed for me, guys and girls, that there is enough of a little swell that I can actually kind of maybe try to catch some waves on the foamy and then get back out to the point where I can try to catch some waves on like a hard board, because it would be really nice to try to feel the difference between the two. And I hope that answers your question, Billy. But yeah, I'm kind of excited, but who knows? It is all very much waiting upon the fact of if the darling Andrea is going to jump in the car in the stupid hours of the morning and go down there with me. If not, it's going to be a solo adventure, in which case I don't know if the boss is going to allow it, but I might try to slip the 8 foot in the car. I don't know. I'd like to, but as there's boards waiting, it'd be sort of rude not to just go down there and give them all a go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Trust me, Billy. I'm really looking forward to that. Name a time that you know you made an impact on somebody. Cockney Buddha coming straight out of the gates with a heavy question. There's been a few just recently, or shall I say in the lifetime of the vlog. One random thought that has just come to mind, which was an old school friend. So this is going back pre-vlog, because any of the times that anybody's made an impact on me, I think I've done my very best to call it out in the vlog and say how cool it's been, why it was so cool, and who it was that made it so cool. I want to say I had a moment where, going back to like middle school or secondary school, days, I had a friend of mine say to me that no matter who we're with or what crowd we get into or whoever is about, you never change your persona or your vibe. You're always just you. And instead of, let's just say, some people can be really funny, weird, stupid, or maybe even a bit twatty, depending on what crew or crowd or what's going on. And let's just say, when he said that, I respect the guy very much. And for him to say to me, that is one thing that I respect about you, that you never tend to change yourself according to the crowd or the people that you're with, and you're just you. I don't even think to this day that he'd realise just how much of an impact that made on me. And I was kind of shocked that, again, that alone had made an impact on him, because he was like, that's one of the reasons why I kind of like kicking it with you, dude, because you never change up your style. You're always just you. So that is just a random one, which is kind of close. I don't know if I answered that question like 100, Mr. Cockney Buddha, but I'll be honest and say that is just something that randomly sprung to mind. There has been a multitude of points in which people have said that I've made an impact. I know yourself multiple times, dude, has reminded me that if it wasn't for me, that you wouldn't have picked up a camera, you wouldn't be doing the Friday vlogs, and just kind of going off down your own journey in the realms of social media, broadcasting-y, vloggy stuff. So there's one, but that is in kind of a, and I'm going to say this, dude, kind of a scarily long list of people that have said, like, dude, man, like, you've inspired me to do such, push harder, get involved in, try out, or just give a go to stuff that I wouldn't necessarily think I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. And I think, like, hey, man, I don't know if I'm going to have ever a huge impact on the world as a whole, but I've said it 100 times, and 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more. And that is, when I got into vlogging, the one thing that I was really kind of just hoping to do, and that was, if I could make a change in my own life, or I could make a change in anybody else's while I was doing what I was doing, then it was a win from the get-go. And let's just say there's been a few people, there's been some heavy claims, and I don't used to like to use that too much because I just kill off the claim, but there's been a few heavy claims made along the way where, let's just say, individuals have reached out to just say how much of an impact I've had, which again, I respect and appreciate the absolute hell out of, but it still pickles my head just saying that, because I'm just a Fruit Loop with stupid hair that does stupid things and tries to fly drones while skateboarding and smoking cigarettes, which I put up on like a high, like I've achieved level, dude. Right. Okay, where are we at? Renting. Renting, I think. Well in, Dan. Thank you. Kind of, but renting, I suppose renting would be borrowing while exchanging money. No, I just have a legendary friend that's like, dude, don't worry about it. Get down here, be prepped to surf, and I've got boards. Let's go. Love that. Right. Banging. Can't be taken away. Yes, sir. Very much so. And that is one thing that I must admit, it's cool to have a positive impact on anybody, because the sad thing is sometimes you don't realize what negative impact or what negative experiences you might have left on people. And I know for sure in my younger days, I had moments where I was a bit of a twat to people. And it's one of those things where I was immature, I was stupid, and I wasn't concerned with other people's life or experiences. And sometimes that weighs heavy on the heart. So, hey, again, one of those things where if you can try to put justice to those things that you might have done wrong, beautiful. And if you can kind of try to put some positive back in the world to try to make up that sort of balance, then again, I don't think you're doing far wrong. I would never have expected to have as much feedback or as just monumental comments and messages and things. And again, if I'm honest, man, some of the things that people have left under videos still just pickles my head, man. And yeah, it's seriously, just to have you guys and girls now watching it, like, it's weird. I love it. It's absolutely awe-inspiring. And I just hope that at some point myself or others can be as inspiring to each and every single one of you to just get out there and get after the things that you want to achieve in this life. Because I know the saying's been used a whole heap of times and it's been used as song lyrics. But like, this ain't no, like, there ain't no rerun to this, man. So it is what it is, and we've got to make the best effort that we can first time round, according to what we know, you know? So, may not even be podcasting. And yeah, there's a shout for you guys and girls. If you are unable to see the live currently, I would highly recommend you go and check out the legendary Mr. Cockney Buddha. And if you check him out on Instagram, I believe, could be wrong, he's got a little link tree there, which will send you straight to his podcast, which I would highly recommend tuning into, because I've tuned into a lot of them, and there's been some little numbers. There's been some little things that I've actually implemented into my life from listening to it. So shout out to that one, dude. Right, what else have we got? Did mine spot on matey. Oh, Mr. Billy retracted a message. I bet it was a heavy one as well, dude. When is Hob Part 2? That's a savage question. I don't know. I know that it will happen at some point in the near distant future, maybe. When it comes down to guests, I've been trying to reach bigger and better, or to the absolute utmost, to try to bring people that I know have inspired me over the years, and also are living proof that they pursued what they wanted to do in this life, regardless of what other people told them, regardless of if it was going to be financially stable. They just pursued a passion or a love. They went out there, they got after it, and they've made it work. That is something that I just absolutely find so much respect for, and to take that deep dive into just pursuing something that you love over the fact of not conforming to formulas or being a slave to a wage, I have just the utmost respect for. So I've been trying to work my way through all of the people that I know within some reason personally that have gone out there, got after that, and achieved that. There is a big list. There is also a few, in my mind, absolute heavy hitters. I'm not going to say anything because I don't like to try not to like put anything out there unless I know that it's going to happen. And let's just say I am reaching for a few people that are like, there's weight classes, and then there's like trying to punch for legends, dude. And currently in the last maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I've been umming and ahhing if I'm going to even swing for these boys, because they are big dogs. And I'm talking big dogs. Now, I'm more than I'll swing for anyone. So, no worries there. But we're going to have to wait and see if I land those. And we're going to also have to see how far we can push it with the lists of guests. Because there is a few more that I'd like to do before I actually go back and just get some revisits on some other people. And definitely Hob will be back for a second, and I believe he left in the comments, and I think it might have even been to your own comment, Dan, that he wants to come back for like round 2, 3 and 4. So I just appreciate the absolute hell out of that. He's a legend, dude, and it was a shame that obviously he had to like go out and do a basketball game, but I would not get in the way of that gentleman going and doing his family and being there for his kid, dude. So that's just utmost respect to him. But yes, we will continue that conversation. I'm hoping it will be soon. But that also goes in hand with the case that there's a few people that if I want to reach for, dude, and we're going to get them on. So all in good time, my dear boy. Something like that. Dude, what else? Because I noticed that popped up real quick. Honesty will get you there. And verbal... yeah, I can't even read it, dude. My brain is shut. And vulnerability. Ta-da! Learning skill went from an age 4 to an age 5, most definitely. Yeah, you got me, mate. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Dad. Keep the grind towards the dreams. Make it happen, Gromster. Energy. You already have it. Maybe we do the Hob Part 2 on the tour. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a possibility. All I'm going to say, if I'm going to put anything out there for a little bit of manifestation, I am going to put out the thought that Jesus, Vishnu, I don't know, Muhammad, any of the gods, man, Shiva, and just the long list of all of the gods and the people with all of the powers. If the universe itself sees it fit, that there can be some miraculous arrangement that Gutter Drunk do a gig while I am on USA soil and I happen to be there, then it's a win. But who knows? I suppose you've got to put those thoughts out there for it to happen. Who knows? So what else we got? Maybe we do a part 2, but right. On that, guys and girls, I'm going to call that on the questions because that was 15 minutes of me trying to do my best to answer those questions. I hope you enjoy that kind of section as much as I do, because I will just say this. The last time I done it, which I think was the week before last, man, you came in with some heavy, heavy questions. And it was just super, I was like, damn, I love that. Absolutely love that. So I appreciate all you guys and girls getting into the lives, like I always say, and I appreciate you just taking a little time out to ask some questions, because it's lovely to know that you all want to know a little bit more, because it's one thing me rabbiting on in the vlogs or kind of trying to vocalize the things that go on in my little brain at times, but when it's guided by the things that you would like to know answers to, it's just awesome. And hey man, isn't that what conversations are kind of based on, getting to know other people? So one of these days I'm going to make a question and answer section and I'm going to flip it on you lot. Something like that. Anyway, guys and girls, I've already taken more than enough of your time on this awesome Friday, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, maybe somewhere on the cusp, who blooming well knows. But wherever it is that you are in the world, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on replay, I do honestly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the absolute hell out of it. One of these days I'm just going to swear and tell it how it really is, go full Grom on you. Absolutely appreciate the hell out of you taking the times out of your lives to tune in, to support the show, to support the channel, to just support the madness that is me. Thank you. Please, I will say it on the back note, be cool, be awesome, be kind, be caring, be considerate, but most of all, make sure you go out there, you have some fun, as long as you're not harming anybody else. Go after your goals and dreams. Show the world that you can make a difference, so why can't they? And most of all, please, tell some people to go and tune into this madness, because it might make a little bit of a difference in their life. So until next week, don't forget, stay tuned, hit the notification bells, smash the like buttons, whack all the hearts, the likes, the emojis, the confettis, just punch the hell out of the goddamn screen and say, why? Why are you ending the show? Please don't. I don't want to foot a bill for your new laptop. get stoked, get fired up, get out there, get after it, make things happen. Because I can tell you one thing, ain't nobody gonna do it but you. So, as always, appreciate the hell out of you. Until next Friday, take it easy, stay focused, stay positive, and I'll see you at 10:45 p.m. GMT here, YouTube. Sounds like a date? Sounds like a date to me.